phone. We'll see you on campus soon at State Fair Community College. You are tuned to State Fair Roadrunner Basketball on SFCC MoRoadrunners.com. Spread the word and be a Roadrunner. Welcome to State Fair Roadrunner Basketball. Roadrunner Basketball is a sports exclusive of State Fair Community College, Sedalia, Missouri. This webcast and all Roadrunner sports can be found at sfccmoRoadrunners.com. Now, Roadrunner Basketball with the voice of the Roadrunners, Al McCurdy.
And good afternoon, everyone, from the Davis Center on the campus of State Fair Community College. It is finally the start of the 2020-21 season, and the Roadrunners with a record of 1-0 coming to this contest here this afternoon. David Rohrbach is alongside. He is the Sports Information Director for State Fair Community College. And David is alongside as we wear our mask and shift around. David, this has been an unusual start to what the season is going to be, and we hope, nonetheless, we're just glad that there's basketball here this afternoon.
It's a very unusual start to the year. We're usually starting this about November, and here we sit just short of February 1st, getting ready for the home opener.
As we look across the way, of course, we see empty stands, and there's no fans here today. And I think a couple of guys were going to try to sneak in, but I don't think they'll let them either. So it's going to be one of those deals like it is everywhere in sports, just no fans. And so we're glad to be able to bring Roadrunner basketball to all the fans and boosters around, not only the local area, David, but around the nation on our new setup. Coach Beltran, the soccer coach here at State Fair, has put together a nice setup. He has a separate channel on YouTube. If you're interested in that, just go to YouTube and search for the channel Roadrunner Hoops. And then make that your favorite. And then those games will be archived all season long right there at that channel. Both the men and the women home games will be archived right there. This will be the first one on YouTube this season and actually forever. But the games will be there, and also they'll be archived on the State Fair Roadrunner homepage as well. That is normally the case. So a new setup, David, on YouTube, and that's got to be able to reach out a lot more viewers.
Yeah, it's so much easier to work with and much more user-friendly for our fans. All the credit to Coach Beltran. He's put a ton of work into this operation and getting the software set up and getting the computers and the cameras to talk to each other and helping us get on the air to bring the fans this home opener basketball game here.
Well, let's take a look at the starting lineups in this afternoon's ball game for the State Fair Roadrunners. They come in with a record of 84-63. They defeated Link Prep on Wednesday night by the score of 84-63. So they are 1-0, off to a good start this afternoon, being the first home game. They will start Cohen Thompson, the only returning ball player from Matt Brown's ball club from last year, a sophomore 6'7" from Memphis, Tennessee. Laverick Mangella, a freshman forward 6'3" out of Nashville, Tennessee, in the starting lineup. Also Jamar Madge, junior, a guard, freshman 6'4" from Kansas City, Missouri. Ashawn Basie is a freshman guard, 6'3", out of Seattle, Washington, in the starting lineup. And the big fella underneath will be Juris Gatic, a freshman 6'6" from Serbia. That is the starting lineup for Matt Brown's ball club. Matt in his fourth year at the helm of State Fair Community College. And for Metropolitan Community College, Penn Valley and Kansas City, we have the names and the year, but we don't have where they're from. So bear with us on that. Starting lineup will be Joshua Butler, a freshman forward. Starting lineup. Travis Carson scored 31 last ball game for them. He's a sophomore, and he is their big man. Carlos Montella, a freshman guard in the starting lineup, as well as Matthew Garcia, a sophomore guard. And the big fella underneath will be Anthony Bell this afternoon, sophomore center for Metropolitan Community College. Well, David, You've had a chance to see this ball club, haven't you?
I saw him practice it a little bit one time.
Well, as always, Matt Brown has a well-coached team. What do you look for out of Matt's ball club here in this first ball game?
One of the keys for his teams is to always balance, getting multiple guys in double figures, and they opened up with 4 in double figures, so that would be another key. And some new faces on the sideline with Roadrunners assistant coach Andrew Green and a new head coach for Penn Valley or Metropolitan Community College for the first time in a very long time is Jordan Strom. So it'll be interesting to see if they come out with their traditional high-pressure, full-court defense.
Well, both teams have scored in the mid-80s in their first ball club and first ball game of the season, and so we look for a high flying up and down the court, and we'll see what happens here this afternoon. As always, we hope that you enjoy it on YouTube, channel Roadrunner Hoops, as well as online at statefairroadrunners.com. State Fair will be in the dark blue this afternoon, and Metropolitan will be in the gray, road gray, trimmed out in white and blue. And they're going over the starting lineups again. Let's take a look at those. For Metropolitan, it'll be Joshua Butler outside, as well as Travis Carson, the big fella. Scoring-wise, he's a sophomore and he can shoot it. Carlos Mantella, freshman guard in the starting lineup, as well as Matthew Garcia, and the big fella underneath will be Anthony Bell for Metropolitan. Both teams, it looks like they size up pretty evenly, David, as far as height-wise. 6'7" underneath for State Fair is Uris Gadik, and so we see what the big fella can do underneath for Matt Brown.
Yeah, typically Coach Brown likes mobile post players that can get out and maybe shoot the ball a little bit. In his motion offense, it requires a lot of mobility, and they like to shoot the 3 ball quite a bit if they get the defense moved properly.
And, of course, I'm sure Matt Brown will be looking a lot for Cohen Thompson to kind of lead this ball club here tonight.
And I think this will be Cohen's first appearance of his sophomore season. I don't believe he played against Link Gear Prep in the first game, so it'll be nice to have a guy out there with some experience who's kind of been there, done that. But this is a completely new environment for everybody as we sit here before tip-off with no fans in the stands. Teams will have to create their own energy.
So this is going to be exciting. We understand it's a pretty good following already on YouTube, and we thank, again, Coach Beltran for putting this all together here for State Fair Community College, not only for basketball, but there'll be some YouTube soccer and hopefully some baseball and softball too, David.
Yeah, fans will have access to a lot of different sports this year with the lack of fans being available to actually see it live.
So we're about ready to go. As always, we hope you enjoyed this afternoon. The home opener for State Fair Community College here at the Davis Center. That's what you're looking at right now. Center court, State Fair in the dark blue, Metropolitan in the gray. And we're ready to go, and the home season at State Fair is underway. And ball goes to Metropolitan, and Montella will have it and bring it down to the front court. State Fair comes out in their man-to-man pressure. Matt Brown always has a tenacious defense. And it opens up in the man-to-man. Driving hard baseline, a kick out, nearly stolen away. Picked up by Bell, throws up one, no good. Out of bounds it goes. And the Roadrunners with their first chance here on the home court.
Yeah, look like we'll maybe see a little token pressure in the backcourt as Metropolitan Community College now backs out of it. They'll pick up at half court.
So State Fair looking to grab the lead. Thompson, cross-court skip pass. And State Fair works it around this man-to-man pressure put on by Metropolitan. Gadik with a screen. Outside, wide open with the extra pass. A 3 from the top goes down. And that is Nashawn Basie, and he gets the Roadrunners on the scoreboard up 3-0.
We were talking about that ball movement earlier. There's a prime example of it.
So the Roadrunners up by 3. Just underway here in the first half. Glad to have you along here on the YouTube Roadrunners Hoops Network. And left-handed shot put up by Carson. He is good. And the southpaw makes it a 3-2 ball game, Roadrunners. Now trapped in the center court. Nearly a steal, picked up, a save. Thompson, a three. Off the rim. Great offensive board, can't go. Down with the rebounds, Carson, back the other way. Metropolitan with a chance to grab the lead here. A walk, none called, into the corner. A three for the lead. Not there. Down with the rebound, State Fair wants to run. Ahead of the pack, a Euro step, shot good off the glass, and Madge makes it a 5-2 State Fair lead.
Nice attack in the open floor there.
Roadrunners by 3. Guard play is going to be pretty well matched up here this afternoon. Shot off to the right, no good, as Montella couldn't finish. And the first sub of the night.
That will be Iman, who led their Roadrunners offensively in their opener.
Iman, a sophomore, 6'4", out of Quebec, Canada. He makes the all-name team, David.
Yeah, it would be an early candidate.
State Fair trying to add to their 3-point lead.
Metropolitan Community College in his zone this possession.
Now over the top of that zone. A three goes down. And again, Madge from the outside.
Timeout Metropolitan Community College.
So State Fair with a couple of triples. They grab a 6-point lead. 17:45 to go in this first half here at the Davis Center on the State Fair Community College campus.
How would you like to earn a salary while you gain industry knowledge and experience? The apprenticeship program at State Fair Community College may be just what you're looking for. Training programs are available in 1,500 occupations across 170 industries. If you're interested in being an apprentice or becoming an employer partner, email apprenticeships@sfccmo.edu or call 660-596-7135.
Back as we're ready to go again. State Fair after that 3-ball again by Madge has that 6-point lead, 8-2 State Fair. And about 2.5 minutes into this first half of play here at the Davis Center. You can hear the tennis shoes squeak on the floor. It's a ball game without any fans, as it has been everywhere in sports. 15 on the shot clock. Double team cut off into the lane. Another turnover. That's number 2 for Metropolitan here this afternoon.
Nice help defense there by the Roadrunners as they took away the baseline and denied the drive.
State Fair again looking at the zone. Try the skip pass. Thompson, extra pass underneath and to the corner. Ball stripped away. Turnover for State Fair. Driving on the right side, spins out of the way, and State Fair holding on to that 6-point lead. 15 to shoot. Carson Will, left elbow, fakes it up, no good. And a fight for the rebound. Out of bounds, it'll stay with Metropolitan. 16:30 to go as the clock continues to roll. Oh, now they turned it off.
Cohen Thompson was down there to force the tie up.
A little different, David, seeing the benches here on the near side. And you got the players all scattered out, 6 feet apart, if not more.
I believe we're going to have a reset of the game clock as the official saw what you saw, Al. The clock was a little slow. One thing about this, Al, you can hear everything that's going on the floor. I mean, every conversation, every
have to watch what you say, David, everything. Don't you?
Yeah, there's no crowd noise to kind of muffle the activity.
State Fair's first home game of the season, and they won their first road game against Link Prek by a score of 84-63. And the officials getting the clock all worked out. Got 20 on the shot clock, 16:31 on the game clock here in the first half. State Fair with 5 points by Jamar Madge to lead the way, lead it by 6. Carson again walks with it. Turnover number 3 for Metropolitan. $16:25 left in this first half of play.
In the game for Metropolitan Community College, I believe, will be Anthony Holden. More zone defense for the Wolves.
Over the top. A 3 ball is not there that time by Basie. Down with the rebound. State Fair 1 and out. Roadrunners shooting 40% from the field. Dexter pass goes in, and the shot goes down by Montella. It is a 4-point lead for State Fair.
Butler,
8-4.
Sorry, Al Butler just grabbed the ball and took it the distance and dropped the pass off for the easy layup.
So State Fair with a lazy pass that time to the wing, and 8-4 State Fair. 5 points for Madge. 3 points for Basie here in the first half. State Fair again looking at this zone. Give and go. Thompson has it denied. Nice denial that time by Bell. Back the other way. Ahead of the pack, and State Fair gets beat back on defense, and Matt Brown wants a timeout.
I believe they're going to have a discussion about transition defense and maybe defensive intensity in general.
So State Fair, which at one time had a 6-point lead, it's down to 2, 15:44 to go. State Fair leads it by 2 here at the Davis Center.
Follow the Roadrunners on your favorite social media platform. On Facebook at Go Roadrunners, on Instagram at SFCCMO, and on Twitter at SFCCMO Athletics.
David Rohr back and Al McCurdy with you on a Saturday afternoon. State Fair Roadrunner basketball. The gals haven't yet to play, haven't they, David?
Yeah, they're struggling out of the gate a little bit. Hopefully they'll get going.
This
soon.
time, yeah, with pandemic going on, you never know if you're going to play or not.
Yeah, it changes from day to day.
State Fair with the basketball as Metropolitan on a 4-0 run here. The zone has worked well for Metropolitan. State Fair's having a little trouble with it. Give and go baseline and a walk. Stepped out of bounds first. And State Fair now with 3 turnovers themselves.
Holden back in the lineup for the Wolves. As we'll see a little backcourt pressure from the Roadrunners here.
15:24 to go. And the Roadrunners hanging on by 2, back on defense. State Fair in the dark blue, Metropolitan in the gray. Trimmed out in blue and white. Cutting through, getting one up in the air and tossing it in. That's 4 points in a row for Anthony Holden. We have a tie ball game. Now 2-2-1, full court press put on by Metropolitan. State Fair is going to see it all here. Give and go. Extra pass, corner shot, 3 ball. Nailed it. Shot put in again by Jamar Madge. He has 8 points in this ball game.
The Wolves attack the basket. They'll take the ball down, throw in a little spinning, floating jumper to cut the Roadrunner lead to 1.
Mantella with a nice move. State Fair with an 11-10 lead here at the Davis Center. All new look for Roadrunners every year. That's the beauty about junior college basketball. And a blocking foul. Not many fouls in this ball game. In fact, that might be number 1.
I believe it is, as Basie will head to the free throw line. As I say, he was in the act of shooting.
Deshaun Basie, a freshman 6'3" from Seattle, Washington. His first throw, in and out. Basie's a good shooter.
He'll have one more as number 3 checks in the game from Metropolitan Community College.
They mess the lineups up. That's Jake Reynolds, number 3 for Metropolitan, as Basie makes the free throw. State Fair by 2.
Chad Kratzer Jr. makes his first appearance for the Roadrunner at home.
And again,
We had a clock malfunction, I believe. The shot clock never moved. They're going to reset it to 27.
Well, it's an opening game for everybody, David.
Got to work the kinks out.
Well, it's good to see Kathy Hemme down on the stat machine. So we'll have some accurate stats at halftime, that's for sure.
Yeah, she's done a great job for the Roadrunners for a very, very long time.
If I'm not mistaken, I think this might be year number 16 for Kathy.
She's been here longer than I've been here, and this is year 11 for me. So you might be right. Is there clean up a little perspiration?
Get our first look at Chad Kratzer Jr. Chad, 6'2", freshman out of Allentown, Pennsylvania. And he comes in for Matt Brown's ball club. It's a 12-10 State Fair lead. Roadrunners got out to a quick 8-2 start. Metropolitan fought back and tied it up at 8. State Fair still in a man-to-man. Bell, drop step glass, got it. And we're tied at 12.
Nice spinning shot there by Bell.
State Fair has handled the press for the most part here this afternoon, and they do this time. Give and go. Thompson has it rejected. And Cohen having a tough time here offensively as Metropolitan with a chance to grab the lead. Reynolds to the hole. State Fair off the glass, 1 and out. State Fair wants to run, and they do, and a jam won't finish. Kick outside, shot put up by Madge. Strong. State Fair 0 for 2, missed the opportunity with the slam nearby, and we're still tied at 12.
The Roadrunners trying to crank up the pressure defense in the half court here.
Driving hard, walks maybe. Oh, they call a charge in the midst of all that.
Tavari Eckwood is in the contest for the Roadrunners, the freshman guard from Springdale, Arkansas.
Coach Brown has a plethora of cards this year, doesn't he?
I think 15 to be exact, if everyone is available.
So a guard-laden, very quick ball club for Coach Brown this season. Eckwood on the outside. A turnaround baseline shot, no good by Gaddick. Rebound, and State Fair will get it out, and a fresh 20 on the shot clock. Nice move, hangs, shoots, and scores. Nice move by Jamar Madge. Already in double figures with 10 points. Back the other way. State Fair getting back very late on defense, David.
Struggling in transition. I believe Coach Brown just addressed that, as a matter of fact.
Roadrunners lucky to hang on to that 2-point lead. Here we go. Lob inside. Missed the little runner that time. Back the other way. Driving hard. Butler puts it up, and he is fouled.
Kratzer had to commit the foul there. He was in some trouble as the Wolves were coming back in transition.
Well, Butler, for a tall young man, got down the floor very, very quick. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2, trying to tie this ball game up. 11:59 to go in the first half.
Laverick Mangala is going to check back into the contest for the Roadrunners.
And the free throw is no good by Butler.
Along with Travis Carson for Metropolitan Community College.
Is it hard for you to get used to Metropolitan versus Penn Valley, David?
It is very hard.
For
some reason.
Butler misses both. There for the rebound. Pulls it out strong as Gaddick. State Fair with a 2-point lead. Trying to get something done offensively here against this zone half-court defense. Driving hard. Nice drive. Can't finish. Underneath. Ball picked up by Madge. And he pulls up from 5 and he nails it. Madge with 12 out of State Fair's 16. Roadrunners with a 4-point lead. Driving the left side of the lane, and a laner will fall through. Montella gets his third and fourth point.
Montilla also picked up a reaching foul about mid-court there to give the Roadrunners the basketball back. Basie's back in the lineup for the Roadrunners. Zarian Navy also will make his first appearance for Metropolitan Community College, along with number 3.
Yeah, Jake Reynolds. They changed the name on us, didn't they? So State Fair with the basketball. 20 on the shot clock this time down. Outside 3. Got it. Nice, nifty shot that time. It's put up by Kratzer. Great shooter out of Allentown, Pennsylvania for State Fair. And turnover number 4 for the Lions.
The veteran Cohen Thompson will check back into the contest for the Roadrunners. He'll replace Gattick.
State Fair at one time had a 6-point lead. It's at 5, and the Roadrunners chance to add to that right here. No look pass. Thompson with a wrist and off the glass it goes. And Cohen with his first 2 here this afternoon.
Good execution on the pick and roll there for the Roadrunners.
State Fair with their largest lead of the afternoon of 7 and a timeout on the floor. Full timeout on the Davis Center at the campus of State Fair Community College. And it is a 7-point lead for the Roadrunners here midway through the first half.
State Fair Community College offers over 250 scholarships every single year, including academic, performance, and leadership scholarships. Any student who has been admitted to State Fair and has a student ID and a password can apply. But don't wait, the scholarship application deadline for the upcoming fall semester is March 1st. If you'd like to see a list of all available scholarships, head to sfccmo.edu for more information. Follow the Roadrunners on your favorite social media platform. On Facebook at Go Roadrunners, on Instagram at SFCCMO, and on Twitter at SFCCMO Athletics.
Back of the Davis Center, that's what you're looking at is the floor. That's the beak of the Roadrunner right there at center court. David Rohrback, Al McCurdy with you on a very soggy, in Sedalia anyway, Saturday afternoon. And David, what have you been impressed with so far?
The shooting ability of the Roadrunners, you can tell they've got some guys that can really stroke it from the perimeter. We're talking about things that are very odd to see, not just for the name change of the school to Metropolitan Community College. Not to see longtime head coach Marcus Harvey on the bench for the Wolves is also very odd.
He's been there forever. He was just for years. I don't know the number, but it was a lot of years. And State Fair with a 7-point lead. Bell will post up. And State Fair with a loose ball. Ahead it goes. State Fair wants to run. Ahead, Mangala. Nice dish. It goes off the side. And Thompson's there. He's got 4 points. And boy, the Roadrunners ran it well that time.
Yeah, they get up and down the floor in transition. A nice alley-oop lob there.
And Carson right elbow. Strong. Had 31 on Thursday night. And right now he's got 3. Outside Thompson fielded it. And Bell with a rebound. State Fair still leads it by 9, their largest of the afternoon. And now it's run and gun basketball back and forth and a loose ball foul underneath. They'll go against Metropolitan.
I think that's Bell for coming up with a back, battling for the rebound. Mohamedou Namaga will make his first appearance, or as the coaches tell us, more known by Mo.
Mo it is. Mo Namaga from the Bronx, New York, into the lineup for State Fair. That's number 3. That's Namaga right there. Carson meets him at center court. Thompson with a seam to the hole. Got it. Thompson was 6, who was quiet early. Now the Roadrunners with an 11-point lead. Basketball is Anthony Parks with it. Andre Parks throwing it away. Turnover number 5. Driving to the hole, puts it up, misses as Mo couldn't get it to go, and out of bounds to State Fair it goes.
Jake Reynolds will come back in the contest for Metropolitan Community College.
State Fair will toss it in. 8:48 left in this first half. Namaga at the top. Guarded by Jacob Reynolds. State Fair now looking at the man-to-man. Metropolitan's gone back and forth, driving hard, and losing it in the midair is Basie, and he's fouled.
I believe he'll head to the free throw line for a pair, though. As I say, he was active shooting. Already the 5th team foul on Metropolitan Community College.
State Fair's only committed 1 team foul here in the first half, and they have 4 turnovers. Basie has 5.
He'll have 1 more from the free throw line.
Basie, a freshman, 6'3", from Seattle, Washington for State Fair, and he makes it 2 in a row there. Matt Brown recruits all over the United States, doesn't he? Well, the world, I guess. Oh.
They'll get Basie for the blocking foul around midcourt.
Usually when you put your shoulder down like that, maybe a tendency for a charge. But Basie wasn't quite set, so State Fair picks up their 2nd foul in the first half. Roadrunners by 13, their largest of the afternoon. Switching hands in midair and not good. Bell with a rebound. And stolen away. State Fair wants to run again. Ahead of the pack is Namaga, puts it up and in. State Fair by 15. Everybody's getting into the scorebook here. State Fair after a 1 and done by Metropolitan. Thompson down with a rebound. If you're just joining us, State Fair is in the dark blue uniforms. Metropolitan out of Kansas City in the gray. And a drive and a shot put up and in off the glass by Basie, who now has 8 points this afternoon. Oh, there's an NBA 3 for you.
Another timeout for Roadrunners coach Matt Brown.
And a breather here. 7:24 to go. State Fair at one time with a 17-point lead. It is a 14-point bulge right now. Good afternoon from the Davis Center. Glad you're with us here on a Saturday afternoon. We'll be right back.
How would you like to earn a salary while you gain industry knowledge and experience? The apprenticeship program at State Fair Community College may be just what you're looking for. Training programs are available in 1,500 occupations across 170 industries. If you're interested in being an apprentice or becoming an employer partner, email apprenticeships@sfccmo.edu or call 660-596-7135.
Back at the Davis Center. Glad to have you along, folks. Glad to be on YouTube. According to what I'm reading, we're getting close to 80 viewers right now, David, on a Saturday afternoon. And we welcome everyone who's enjoying State Fair basketball this afternoon from State Fair Community College. State Fair with a 31-17 lead. Driving hard. There's a nice seam shot put up by Iman, his first 2 as a Roadrunner. Carson will counter the other way, and he draws the foul.
He will head to the free throw line for a pair.
Iman, who scored the last two for State Fair, the sophomore, 6'4" out of Quebec, Canada. A lot of ball players from Canada in there, David.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. The first one I remember is a former Roadrunner, Kenny Cherry, who I saw play in this building for a couple of years before he went on to Baylor and played professionally overseas.
Lit it up here, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
State Fair's had a bunch of terrific ball players down through the years. Kenny Cherry, one of those, have gone on to play in big-time basketball games. Pulling up on the right side, no good. Shot not there that time by Madge. State Fair with a steal. Six and a half to go in the first half. Roadrunners by 15. Left elbow shot by Namaga. Butler gets hammered, and he will go to the free throw line. State Fair again, David, getting down late on transitional defense, and I'm sure Matt Brown will visit about that.
That will be a topic covered at length at halftime, I believe. You can't do that against a team like this, or any team, frankly.
State Fair's defense has been really good in the first half, holding Metropolitan only 18 points so far.
Navy back in the contest for Metropolitan Community College.
And Butler makes it a 33-19 ball game. Butler has 4. State Fair's led in scoring by Jamar Madge. He has 12 in this game, as Matt Brown has had an opportunity to get a lot of different ball players in this game. Going to the free throw line, it'd be Iman. Foul is on Bell of Metropolitan.
His second. Bell's one of the few returnees for Metropolitan Community College.
Iman looking for the second of 2. One out of 2 for the sophomore out of Quebec. State Fair quickly back on defense. 6 minutes to go in the first half. A long 3 put up by Reynolds. Metropolitan with a fresh 20. Over the top 3 is nailed that time by Holden. He's got 7 points already in this first half. Cut State Fair lead to an even dozen at 34-22. State Fair tried the back door on the baseline, and that results in turnover number 5 for State Fair.
Coach Brown trying to get his troops to calm down just a little bit.
Roadrunners had it going midway in this first half of play, transition and good defense, and built a 17-point lead. There's a foul underneath. It's going to go against State Fair.
Eckwood tried to draw the charge, but the official thought differently, as Cohen Thompson will check back into the contest for SFCC.
A 3 over the top again. Holden this time can't go. Iman really got mugged and double teamed and created an imbalance, and they call him for a travel. Just about at the 5-minute mark left in the first half. State Fair by 12. Opening home game for the Roadrunners this pandemic season. Ten to shoot for Metropolitan. Diving for the ball, turnover. Here comes State Fair. Dribbling through a mess. Namaga puts it up. There's Eckwood for the rebound. Dives.
It'll be Metropolitan Community College basketball. I believe Tavari Eckwood picked up a foul, his second. 6 fouls both ways with 4:40 remaining in the opening half.
It's amazing how that evens up over the time. It was a 5-1 foul situation in favor of Metropolitan, but now we're even up at 6. 4.5 to go. Reynolds can't finish as he had an opening. State for the rebound. Iman to the roof. Hoop, no good. Offensive board by Namaga, not there. Loose on the floor and back the other way. Metropolitan can cut it to 10. It's good denial defense by Madge. He comes hustling down there to knock it out of bounds.
Iman may have done something to his ankle as he was slow getting back on the play. But it appears he will stay in for now. Satavia Alola will check in for the Roadrunners to provide some help in the post.
$15 to shoot. Carson will, and he nails it. It's a 10-point ball game. You cannot let Travis Carson open. He averages, after one game, 31 points a game. And State Fair, David, I think, having a little trouble with their offensive end of things here.
Yeah, the execution is not as smooth as it was earlier, as Eckwood will head to the free throw line. That's a big foul. If that number's right, that's the third on Anthony Bell. I'm surprised he didn't have a seat for the remainder of the half, but Metropolitan Community College rolled the dice.
Eckwood gets his first point here this afternoon. State Fair by 11.
Now Navy will check in for Bell as he has a conversation with his head coach.
You mentioned Alola coming to the ball game, 6'7" freshman out of Portland, Oregon. So again, another all over the United States recruit for Matt Brown. Had a whistle and a foul on the ensuing free throw. Back the other way. Carson, who's a good shooter, can cut this to a 9-point game.
Cohen Thompson will pick up the foul, his first. 7th team foul.
And Carson gets the first. .352 left. And Carson does make this a 9-point ball game.
Madge will run the point for the Roadrunners in this possession.
Right elbow 15-footer. 1 and out for State Fair. Metropolitan wants to run to the left. And that'll be an over and back. That'll be a turnover. Each team now with 6 turnovers in the first half. (35-26). You're watching on the YouTube channel, Roadrunner Hoops. Glad to have you along for Roadrunner basketball, located in Sedalia, Missouri. Campus of State Fair Community College. Thompson, outside deep three by Kretzer. Instead, fakes it and walking with it in the corner. And Madge just one too many steps.
You got to get the ball down before you take that step.
So State Fair lead at one time of 17 is at 9, and it could be less than that. Carson over the top for a triple. And State Fair lucky that Carson is off his mark here this afternoon so far. Madge penetrates. Thompson, again, extra pass. Eckwood will drive, hang, tap up. No, again, no, follow up, yes. And with the left hand is Ayalola.
Nice job, but the Roadrunners continue to attack the offensive glass.
State Fair by 11, 1 and out for Metropolitan, and State Fair races to the right side. It's 37-26. Clock is running here in the first half of play, 2:19 to go. And running. Driving hard, hanging in the air. Not there that time by Kratzer. Kind of a wild shot ahead. Backdoor Carson. Extra pass stolen. Eckwood, very quick and out of the gun he goes, and he is fouled on the dribble drive.
Jake Reynolds is in for Metropolitan Community College once again. Eckwood to the free throw line for the 1 and bonus.
6-foot freshman out of Springdale, Arkansas for the Roadrunners.
He'll have one more as he knocks the first one down.
Eckwood now 2 out of 3 from the stripe this afternoon. State Fair looking for a 13-point lead. Bed stays at 12. Rebound Holden to the hole. Hammered, and to the line he will go. Ayalala will pick up the foul for State Fair.
Laverick Mangala and Iman will check in after the first free throw for State Fair.
In and out goes the first, and back to the line for his second, Anthony Holden, trying to add his 7 points this afternoon. Second one by Holden is good. Don't you miss the concession stand, David? You're usually up by now, a couple of hot dogs and some nachos by now, aren't you?
That used to be supper on game night.
It did, didn't it? Hopefully we'll get back to that next year. Next season we'll be here before you know it. This season underway, and we're very grateful for that. Basketball in Sedalia finally. Match puts up no good. Iman with the left hand. Won't fall in. Again with an offensive board. And Madge is there, and he's fouled.
The Roadrunners have done a nice job attacking the offensive glass and creating some second and third opportunities. I'm sure Kathy Hemme will have the numbers for us shortly.
Jamar Madge has 13. Madge out of Kansas City, Missouri. Now with 14.
Backcourt pressure here for the Roadrunners.
Madge went to high school at Raytown, the Kansas City area.
Also played at Wisconsin-Milwaukee, I believe, at the Division I level.
He did, and there's a whistle on the drive.
See how I retained a few things I write every once in a while.
Well, you got a memory like an elephant.
I try. Sometimes it doesn't work so well, but other times it comes in handy.
Folks, that guy right there, David Rohrbach, is the Sports and Information Director at State Fair Community College, does a terrific job. And David, you just don't get enough thanks. But you run all these sports, and how about all these games being postponed and everything back and forth with this pandemic? It's put you on the edge about all season, hasn't it?
Yeah, I have a rotating schedule on my computer that sometimes changes on a daily basis.
It sure does.
Colton Robb in the contest for the Roadrunners.
And the lead down to 11. A minute to go here in the first half. State Fair on the outside, driving hard, left-handed scoop, too strong. Now Metropolitan, who's down by 11, they turn it over. And State Fair with an opportunity with 46 seconds to go.
Travis Carson is back in for Metropolitan Community College. Must know where he is at all times. The Roadrunner bench had a question about the shot clock.
Shot clock now at 18, game clock at 42 left in this first half. State Fair trying to add to their 11-point lead. Iman, extra pass to the corner three. Out of the pack, State Fair with a loose ball. Long pass ahead, wide open. And trying to jam, didn't quite get it up enough. And a foul, and State Fair missed a golden opportunity. Mangala may have a visit with Coach Brown at halftime about that.
Yeah, if you're going to dunk a ball like that, you need to execute properly.
That's a couple of dunks that have gone awry here this afternoon for State Fair. .23 to go in the first half. State Fair had a 17-point lead at one time if you joined us late. Ball game was tied at 8 at one time after State Fair had an 8-2 lead. And then State Fair slowly, with a good run in the middle of the first half, stretched the lead out to 17. And slowly but surely, Metropolitan has hung in there. Now they can make it a 9-point ball game here late in the first half. And they do, as Parks is 2 out of 2.
The Roadrunners have an opportunity for one shot right here.
Madge at the top, clock at 12. State Fair looking for the last shot, clock at 6. Iman drives, shoots and scores with 4 on the clock. 5 for Iman. Half-court shot off the left. And David, State Fair with a 11-point lead, 42-31. Your thoughts here?
Not a bad first half. Transition defense will probably be a hot topic at halftime. The Roadrunners just need to send somebody back. They're going to the offensive glass, which you got to give them credit for, but somebody has to get back to balance the floor to take away the easy transition that the offensive team could have if they're able to claim the rebound and run the other way.
Matt Brown's had an opportunity to get a look at about everybody on his club here. As we have it, Jamar Madge has 14 to lead the way for State Fair. We'll get the exact, accurate stats from Kathy Hemme coming up shortly during our halftime break. By the way, you are watching State Fair Roadrunner basketball on the YouTube channel Roadrunner Hoops. Glad to have you along this afternoon, the first of many games, hopefully, for State Fair. We'll be handling both the men and women basketball home games this season right here on the Roadrunner channel, Roadrunner Hoops. David, that's a nice edge for State Fair, and Coach Jimmy Beltran with a fantastic job getting us a YouTube channel and getting it all to work well, and he's done a great job here as we initiate it here this afternoon. 42-31 at the half. We'll be right back with some stats from Kathy Hemme and more as we continue from the Davis Center on the campus of State Fair Community College. Good afternoon.
Follow the Roadrunners on your favorite social media platform. On Facebook at Go Roadrunners. On Instagram at SFCC MO. and on Twitter at SFCCMO Athletics. The SFCC Roadrunners Booster Club wants you. Behind every excellent college athletic program is a strong and active booster club. That's why your membership is so important. Go to sfccroadrunners.com/support/booster club to view membership levels and access the form. Once again, sfccmo roadrunners.com/support/booster club. Join now and get the Roadrunner spirit. Whatever your career choice, State Fair Community College has a program that's right for you. Are you still undecided? Elective courses let you explore different majors while you adjust to college life. Whether you want to get a job as soon as possible or a bachelor's degree, State Fair has great programs and options. Many of our Associate of Applied Science programs emphasize technical courses so you can get career training in just 2 years. Or, if your goal is a bachelor's degree, our associate's degree programs will give you first-rate fundamentals for a transfer to a 4-year college. Learn more about each of our certificates, degrees, and areas of study at sfccmo.edu. Did you know that over 12,000 people visit the Dahm Museum of Contemporary Art each year? The Dahm Museum, on the Sedalia campus of State Fair Community College, features 9 exhibition galleries and over 9,000 square feet. You'll find a permanent collection of over 1,500 pieces of art from artists spanning the last 50 years. The museum also features 3 rotating exhibits each year, so you're sure to experience something new, whether it's your first time or your 10th time visiting. Visitors are welcome to embark on self-guided tours or go on an interactive guided tour with museum staff. The Dahm Museum is open 6 days a week, Tuesday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays and Sundays from 1 to 5 p.m. Admission is always free, and visitors are welcome to make a donation or purchase a membership at the door. For more information, visit dahmmuseum.org. That's DAUM museum.org. Or you can call 660-530-5888. Come explore the latest at the Dahm Museum of Contemporary Art. Did you know that State Fair Community College offers 12 different online degree and certificate programs? Taking online courses from State Fair is a great option for anyone wishing to complete an Associates of Arts program to transfer to a 4-year school. SFCC also offers online associate degree programs in business management, health information technology, and multiple other health-related fields. Certificate programs for medical coding, pharmacy technician, and other fields are available too. If you or someone you know may be interested in online courses at State Fair, visit sfccmo.edu and click Academics, then SFCC Online. It's never been easier to be a Roadrunner with online degree and certificate programs at State Fair Community College. If you're a high school junior or senior, an adult looking to take a few classes, or just someone interested in learning more about State Fair, you're invited to schedule a campus tour. The tours are for individuals, families, and groups of up to 10 students. You'll learn more about State Fair's programs and services, see the Sedalia campus and the Residence Hall. These 90-minute tours are available Monday through Friday. For more information or to schedule your tour, go to sfccmo.edu and click the Visit SFCC link in the admissions menu. Or you can call the Student Services Office at 660-530-5833 to schedule a tour by phone. We'll see you on campus soon at State Fair Community College. You are tuned to State Fair Roadrunner Basketball on SFCC MoRoadrunners.com. Spread the word and be a Roadrunner.
We're at the half. State Fair with a 42-31 lead here on the first home opener for the 2020-21 season. Very odd, David, to see an empty venue here at Davis Center. Typically, this place is buzzing, especially with the opening home game and concession stand putting out the great food that they do, and the Booster Club and all the cheerleaders and the Spirit Club, and it's just a different side, isn't it?
The only person I see currently on the other side of the gym is Lady Roadrunners head coach Kevin Booker, I believe.
Yep.
He doesn't watch many games from that vantage point, usually.
No, he hasn't, although he's been on that side. But something strange here, of course, is that the players are on the near side where we are, and typically it's on the far side, and so they're condensing everything down on this one end of the floor, and again, no fans are, because of the COVID rules and regs, the health situation that we have in our nation, particularly in this ball game here in Pettis County. So it's the same here as it is everywhere, and we're trying to be as health conscious as we can. Folks are wearing their mask and doing what they can, and the ball players doing that as well, as the Roadrunners lead at 42-31 here on a Saturday afternoon. David, you take a look at the stat sheet courtesy of Kathy Hemme. Thank you so much, Kathy. And what kind of stares out at you here as you look at this stat sheet?
The first number that jumps out at me is the Roadrunners +6 in rebounds. They lead 26-20. So that's a number that Coach Brown will be pleased with. And the Roadrunners have forced 12 Metropolitan Community College turnovers to only 6 for SFCC. So that equates, as quick math, to 6 more possessions for State Fair. And you always want to create more possessions and your opponent with more chances to score the basketball.
State Fair is a ball club shooting 37.5% from the field at 15 out of 40. They are 4 out of 8, 50% from three-point land. And State Fair 8 out of 12 from the free throw line. Metropolitan, meanwhile, 0 for 5 from 3, shooting 35% from the field and 11 out of 14 from the stripe. And you look at the stats in general, as you mentioned, the rebounding edge. Really, both these teams are pretty well sized up pretty equally, height-wise, and State Fair's quickness has been impressive here in the first half, too.
Yes, it has. Their ability to get up and down the floor. The one thing that kind of sticks out for me as maybe a negative is the transition defense. We're giving Metropolitan Community College a few too many opportunities at easy baskets. That was corrected at halftime, hopefully. All we have to do is get somebody back to balance the floor and stop the ball.
State Fair is really boxed out on their defensive end because Metropolitan only 4 offensive rebounds in that entire first half. So good job on the glass for State Fair in this first half. And really, all in all, scoring 42 points in the first half. Offensively, you got to be okay with that. That's right on par with their average, scoring 84 against Link Prep on Wednesday night. So in the mid-80s, averaging offensively for State Fair this season. First 2 games here so far. And
another thing that Coach Brown will probably like to see is more balance in the score book. Jamar Madge has 14, but only one other player with 8 so far is Deshaun Basie. Coach Brown would like to see a couple more guys step up and maybe get in double figures before the game ends.
We look on the schedule, and tentatively there is a doubleheader on Wednesday nights against Missouri Baptist here at the Davis Center, and we'll be here.
I believe that's only a single.
Is that a single, David?
Game at this point.
Okay.
Tentatively, as you so aptly stated it.
Never know.
There's a lot of things that are tentative.
Yeah, that's awesome. As we looked at the calendar, the ladies' Missouri Baptist game has been postponed as well as the Kansas City, Kansas game on the road. Saturday, February the 6th, Coach Bucher may not get on the floor until Wednesday at on the road at Three Rivers.
That's where you don't want to make your season debut against a veteran Three Rivers ball club in your Region 16 and Missouri Community College Athletic Conference opener.
I bet Coach Bucher just scratching his head and only in 2020 and then now 2021 this thing continues for him, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. He said it's like nothing he's ever seen before, and nothing anyone is able to foresee or prepare for.
That's very true, and the fact that State Fair and all these ball clubs now, David, if they want to play, they have to really adhere to all the regulations. They have to really watch what they do, where they go, who with, try to stay safe. Just a couple of guys can make it to where it'd be pretty tough to get on the floor for the whole team.
Yeah, and like you said, Al, a lot of it falls directly on the student athletes to kind of take care of themselves and make sure they're handling the masking and social distancing properly and staying within their teammates and not being able to go out and do as many other things as they would normally do.
So really, it's when you sign up to go to college and play some basketball. So this will be really a lot of fun. Hang out with my co players. Go out in the evenings and enjoy something to eat, hang out, have fun. It's a little different than what they thought, I'm sure. A little different setup.
Not this year. They're pretty much able to stay on campus and go to the dining hall and go to class, practice, and the dorms, and that's about it for their activities.
Well, we're just about ready to start the second half. After the first half, State Fair enjoys a 42-31 lead, and we hope that you enjoy it here on the Roadrunner channel, Roadrunner Hoops on YouTube. Glad to have you along on a Saturday afternoon from State Fair Community College. Back with the second half right after this.
You are tuned to State Fair Roadrunner basketball. Spread the word and be a Roadrunner.
Go Roadrunners! State Fair Hoops. Go Roadrunners!
And thanks, Maddie. And we are just seconds away from our second half. And, of course, David, what do you look for that State Fair needs to concentrate on in this second half of play?
On the offensive side, just keep sharing the basketball and maybe balance scoring out a little bit. Defensively, the key, I believe, is transition defense. Getting back and taking away the easy opportunities for a Metropolitan Community College. What about you, Al? Any other keys?
I think that, and also the continue with the good hustle that State Fair has been able to do. Their quickness has been good, and like you say, get back on transition defense, control the boards like they have been, and State Fair controlling their turnovers. State Fair with only 6 in that first half, and Metropolitan with 10. So couple that with the edge and rebounding. State Fair with that 11-point lead. And Roadrunners in the blue, if you're joining us here in the second half, dark blue is State Fair, and in the gray is Metropolitan Community College out of Kansas City. As we start the second half of play, State Fair with one that Matt Brown drew up in the locker room. It worked, except couldn't finish it, as Madge was wide open there underneath. Bell will have to play pretty careful for Metropolitan. He's got 3 fouls. Carson, we hope that if you're a Roadrunner that he doesn't get hot. He is a good shooter.
Yeah, he shot it well in the opener for them.
State Fair lead down to 9. Goddick with a nice spin move. He went middle, turned to his left, and he gets 2. And his first 2 as a Roadrunner here this afternoon. Defensively, State Fair there. Down with the rebound is Joris Goddick for State Fair. And Roadrunners trying to add to their 11-point lead. And a blocking foul.
That's a blocking foul on Carson. As he tried to draw the foul there.
Fouls in the first half, fairly even. 9 apiece in the first half, personal fouls. So State Fair will throw it in under their basket. 23 seconds on the shot clock, 18:47 to go.
One of the officials is over checking something with the scores table.
It's kind of strange. We can look right down and see the scribbling on the scorebooks there. Kay Sparks at the scores desk doing a great job. State Fair with a miss. Transition. Stolen right back. Here comes Basie. Weaves. Great pass underneath. Finish up good that time as Mangala gets 2 more for State Fair.
Nice play in transition there for the Roadrunners.
That's what State Fair does really good is off the rebound as Carson gets 2 more from the elbow. State Fair can get down the floor very quickly.
He has 11 in the contest.
Mangala again. He feels it and he scores it from about 10 feet out. Mangala 6'3" out of Nashville, Tennessee. Good denial by Mangala. Walking in the lane, getting by, but a foul is called first.
Daisy will pick up the foul. The first team foul, his 3rd personal foul, so he needs to be a little careful down the stretch.
And the shot is good. It's almost like calling a golf match, isn't it?
Yeah, you feel like you have to be really quiet, or you'll interrupt the free throw shooter's concentration.
You can hear the players breathe. Joshua Butler for the second, and he makes it an 11-point ball game. Butler has 6. And State Fair looks at a 2-2-1 press. Trapped. Turnover. The other way. And that's a double negative and a scoop up and in and a 9-point ball game.
Jamar Madge will hobble off the floor as he got caught in the trap and twisted.
Looks like he's going to be able to get back into the ballgame. He's got 15 points, make it 14 for State Fair, leading score. So the trap 2-2-1 caught State Fair last time.
Yeah, you can't pick the ball up in that place because you've got the sideline as a defender. You've got a couple defenders that are actually Metropolitan Community College players. And you've got the center line as another defender. So there's no place to go from there.
So State Fair needs to avoid dribbling into that trap. As with the basketball, Mangala will toss it in. Here comes the trap again. See what State Fair can do.
Nice job by Cratchit there to turn the ball the other way.
Iman. Cratchit. Ngala off the rim. State Fair by 9, but back on defense. 17 to go here in this second quarter, second half of play. There's Carson. He's getting hot. State Fair lead down to 7. Iman. Extra pass. Maybe too many that time. Could have gone into it. Back the other way, making a 5-point game. A scoop it up and in. And Matt Brown wants a timeout as Metropolitan has cut. At one time, a 17-point lead. It's down to 5 with 16:40 to go here in this ball game. Stay with us here from the Davis Center, State Fair Community College in Sedalia.
Attention high schoolers. Do you have what it takes to be a Roadrunner? State Fair Community College is home to 7 sports, including baseball, softball, women and men's soccer, women and men's basketball, and Spirit Squad. And now you could submit your information to be recruited by Roadrunner coaches. Just go to sfccmoroadrunners.com and click Recruit Me. State Fair is the perfect school to get a great education while continuing your athletic career. That's sfccmoroadrunners.com and click Recruit Me. Make plans now. Follow the Roadrunners on your favorite social media platform. On Facebook at Go Roadrunners, on Instagram at SFCCMO, and on Twitter at SFCCMO Athletics.
16:40 to go in this ball game, and Metropolitan, David has come out after trailing by 12 at the intermission, has cut this thing to 5, and what's been the difference here?
They're trapping pressure all over the floor. We wondered if we'd see that trademark. Now we've seen more of it in the second half.
Now we look at a zone to State Fair. Iman. Got it. Boy, that was a big ball going down there. State Fair broke some of this momentum by Metropolitan, back up to a 7-point lead.
The Roadrunners need to get a stop here.
Carson is getting hot. 15 for Travis Carson. Namaga at the logo. Iman. 10 to shoot. In the corner. No good. Down with the rebound, offensive board, but the tap up with the left hand. Great tap up by Mo Namaga for State Fair. Now a 7-point lead. Trap. Over the top. Air ball. Not a good shot that time for Metro. State Fair in transition. Again underneath. And a slam that time. It goes down for Laverick. Mengala.
That's what you want to see in transition, is we have a timeout, Metropolitan Community College.
So after the Matt Brown timeout, State Fair has come right back after being up by only 5. Now it's a 9-point game. 15 to go in this contest. And State Fair leads at 54-45. Stay with us here on the home of the Roadrunners.
Be a lifelong learner with the Learning Force. Go to sfccmo.edu/thelearningforce and check out a variety of personal and professional enrichment classes. Gift certificates are available. It's the Learning Force at State Fair Community College. sfccmo.edu/thelearningforce.
Well, both teams with a little bit of a spurt here. State Fair hanging on by 9. And the Metropolitan Ball Club will toss it in. Garcia has it for the Wolves. Greeted by Kretzer. Give and go. Bell. Glass good. He is good. Now Bell has 4. State Fair lead down to 7. 14 minutes and 39 seconds left. Iman skipped, and he travels with it.
Yeah, they're really keeping an eye on that tiny little hop step before he put the ball on the floor.
So State Fair with that 7-point lead. Garcia. Cratcher with a good denial defensively. Outside over the top, shot by Fortune, no good. And the offensive board off the floor, then off the glass, and down it goes. Mandela now. 6 points in the ball game. State Fair lead down to 5. $12 to shoot for State Fair. Cratcher will reload at the logo. Shot clock at 7. Over the top 3. Put up by Mangala. Off the rim. Garcia down with a rebound. Smallest guy on the floor, and he gets the glass and the rebound. The ball is knocked out of bounds.
Mangala tried to intercept the outlet pass. He just ran out of real estate.
State Fair by 5 on defense. The defense for Metropolitan has been terrific in this second half. Held State Fair to only 12 points. Bell hesitates, now drives. Rebound, State Fair out quickly, ahead of the pack, and throwing it down with the right hand is Jamar Madge.
Nice transition execution there.
State Fair 2 out of 4 on slams today. They would 50% on slams.
We're tracking that step.
Dragon slams. Elbow 15-footer off the glass, no rim. Rebound State Fair. In transition and stepping out of bounds before the shot. And really it's kind of a common thing when you kind of lose their track, David, of where the out of bounds lines are.
Yeah, there's so many extra lines out there these days. You've got to know where you are at all times.
No fans in the stands, and the benches are different this year, so got to keep track of that. State Fair with turnover number 9. Wide open, baseline, up and under reverse. And Carlos Mantella has 8 points, and State Fair lead down to 5 once again. And again, the transition defense for State Fair was lacking that time down. Thompson and Bell there to greet him, and out of bounds it goes.
Bell is a solid player on both ends of the floor.
So at one time you thought this might be a laugher. State Fair had a 17-point lead. Wide open. And a defensive lapse there by the Wolves. Mangala gets 2 easy that time, and he's got 8.
That was basically a handoff.
That was, wasn't it? Garcia from about 26.
He shot that thing from Hughesville, Al.
He did. Maybe north in Hughesville. Back the other way after the miss. Driving hard, a scoop up not there, and teams are going back and forth, out of control and out of bounds it goes.
Tavari Eckwood back in the contest for the Roadrunners. He'll run the point, I believe. He did a nice job in the opening half.
He did. Came in with some good energy from Matt Brown's club. State Fair by 7. Bell is fouled. Team foul number 2 for State Fair.
That'll be the 4th on Nashawn Basie. He'll have to have his seat, I believe.
Bell, a sophomore, to the line. And he gets the roll.
Mo will check in for Nashawn.
And Bell trying to make this a 5-point ball game once again. Push off and an offensive foul is going to be called on the Wolves. Foul's going to be called on Joshua Butler.
His first, as we see the Wolves come out with more full court pressure.
Beating the press. Around it goes. Thompson is denied. Ball stripped away. Turnover. Good defensive play by Garcia. Little guard got right in there. Trying to make it a 4-point game. Bell will. It's 58-54. And Bell now with 7.
A lot of those in the second half, I believe.
State Fair watching this slowly get away from them.
Metropolitan Community College in the zone, it looks like.
It's been a switch back and forth all afternoon. And State Fair really has had no answer for this zone.
They'll have it on the sideline right in front of Coach Matt Brown after a timeout with 6 remaining on the shot clock and about 11 minutes remaining in the game.
Anybody's contest, huh, David?
Yeah, it's right there for the taking.
What do you think?
This is your typical SFCC Metropolitan Community College contest. It goes right down to the wire, and whoever makes the plays at the end is going to win this thing.
We'll see what happens. Stay with us, folks, from the Davis Center right here in Sedalia.
The SFCC Roadrunners Booster Club wants you. Behind every excellent college athletic program is a strong and active booster club. That's why your membership is so important. Go to sfccroadrunners.com/support/booster club to view membership levels and access the form. Once again, sfccmo roadrunners.com/support/booster club. Join now and get the Roadrunner spirit.
Well, the Booster Club does a great job, don't they, David?
Yeah, they provide a lot of opportunities for our student athletes through fundraising and other avenues, which has become more difficult with the current situation. But they're still doing the best they can for our student athletes.
If you would like to help the Booster Club, folks, you can always go online at the website at State Fair Community College. There's a 3 put up in deep 3 put up by Jamar Madge.
With the shot clock running down, no less.
Just check out the Booster Club link on the State Fair website. Help out if you can. Driving a foul is called.
Eckwood will get tagged with a foul.
That 3 put up by Madge was huge, wasn't it? State Fair with only at that point a 4-point lead. Garcia is a very good playmaker for the Wolves. Very quick. Hit the first, looking for his second. Trying to make this a 5-point game.
Carson back in for Metropolitan Community College. Somebody needs to know where he is at all times.
Carson has double figures of 10 right now. State Fair lead down to 5. Looking at the press. Namaga gets it across. Eckwood. Madge. Extra pass. Corner. Madge. In and out. Fighting hard. Offensive board. Mangala got hammered and fouled. None there. And the Wolves survive with a defensive board. Nearing the midway part of the second half. Walking in the lane. And State Fair grabs an air ball. Wide open. Thompson jams it down.
The simple two-handed dunk to improve the percentage of execution.
3 out of 5 now for 60% on slams, David.
It's going up.
Cohen Thompson now with 8 points. State Fair by 7. Carson trying to whittle into that, and he does with a 3. Carson with 13. Now make it 18. With a couple of threes here in this second half. 63-59. Good ball game here at the Davis Center. Glad to have you along on the Roadrunners Network on YouTube. Roadrunner Hoops. Driving hard, leaning it up, didn't go off the glass. Shot not there by Namaga. Rebound by the Wolves. Carson there. And now Metropolitan can cut this to a 2, maybe a 1-point game. Madge has a job. Carson over the top of Madge, scores. 21 for him. And it is a 1-point game. It's 63-62.
9 minutes left in the contest.
State Fair with only 20 points in this second half. Make it 21. Nice move over the top. Maybe forced it up a little bit was Mangala, and down with a rebound, 1 and out for State Fair. And now the Wolves a chance to grab the lead. State Fair has led this from the get-go until maybe now, and it is now. And Mandela gives the Wolves a 1-point lead at 64-63. And Matt Brown wants a timeout.
This one's a full, I believe.
So State Fair has seen their 17-point lead down to where now they trail by 1, 64-63. 8:25 left in this ball game here at the Davis Center. Roadrunners back in the huddle with Coach Brown. We'll be back as well.
The Learning Force at State Fair Community College offers a wide variety of community education this semester. From leadership training to small business development or even yoga or photography, the Learning Force is a great way to develop your skills even if you aren't looking for a degree. For more information, email the Learning Force at sfccmo.edu or call 660-530-5822.
Back at the Davis Center, David Rohrback, Al McCurdy with you on a Saturday afternoon. Now closing in on the evening, a wet one here in Sedalia. And it's pretty hot and heavy here on the floor. State Fair had a 42-31 lead at the break. Led by 17 in the first half. And Metropolitan, to their credit, David, has come back and lead it by 1.
Yeah, they haven't gone away. They've turned up the intensity coming out of halftime and kind of changed the momentum of the contest. Here's where State Fair needs a leader like Cohen Thompson to step up and make a couple plays to right the ship.
And Thompson is out on the floor. He is number 5 you're looking at off to the left. So you can't see him right now, but you will. He's on underneath, waiting for a pass, hopefully. Try to break this press. 8:15 to go in the game. In the middle, Cohen Thompson. That's the way to break the zone, and a foul underneath, and Thompson to the line. Something they haven't been able to do, David, is get the ball in the middle on this zone.
Yeah, that's one of the ways you can really break this defense down, get in the middle of the floor and get a transition opportunity on the backside.
Cohen Thompson, a returner from last year's 16-12 team, misses the first.
Holden back in for Metropolitan Community College. Bell will get a break. He's had a nice second half especially.
Cohen Thompson, sophomore, 6'7", Memphis, Tennessee, trying to tie the ball game. State Fair still trails by 1. The Wolves have done a good job on the glass in this second half as well. Garcia, 15-footer, right elbow. Down with the rebound for State Fair is Mangala. State Fair wants to run to the left. Mangala over the top for the lead. Got it, and a foul.
That's a big shot there for Laverick.
Thought I heard a whistle, but none called.
I think it might have just been a shoe squeak.
There you go. And Mangala makes it a 66-64. State Fair back on top. Mangala now with 11. Carson to counter. And good denial that time defensively for State Fair. Iman in the corner. to the hole. Left-handed scoop off the glass. Nice reversal in midair.
Iman just attacked the baseline and found the opening.
6'4" sophomore out of Quebec is Iman. Under 7 to go. State Fair by 4 after trailing by 1 moments ago. Over to top 3. Good defensive board that time. Pulled out by Mangala to the hole. Basie to Iman. Madge gets it out of trouble.
Good patience there by Jamar.
Now he has a seam. Floats it in the air. Off the glass too hard. Carson underneath. Fouled. And Cohen Thompson will pick it up.
I think that's a smart foul there. Make him go to the free throw line and earn it instead of just allow him to lay it in or have a dunk there. His second, only the 4th team foul on the Roadrunners.
Carson, who has lit it up on Thursday night in their ball game, scoring 31.
Bell will come back in for Metropolitan Community College. Pratchett back on the floor for the Roadrunners. And let's see who else is over there. Jordan Fortune, also in the contest for Metropolitan Community College, if the free throw is made.
And Carson does. It makes it a 2-point ball game. Carson with 23 points. He leads the way for the Wolves.
The Roadrunners are going to see more 2-2-1 full court pressure.
Roadrunners work it well. End up with an advantage number-wise, and a 3 over the top is nailed that time by Nashawn Basie. He has 11 points in the game. State Fair by 5. That was huge. Antella puts it up just too easy that time. Had a seam all the way. He scores. State Fair by 3. Clock moving along here in the second half. 5:40 to go in this game. Mangala trying to find a screen. Left-handed bullet pass outside 3 put up by Basie. State Fair Cole from the outside. Under 5.5 to go. Still with a 3-point lead. Over the top, left-handed 17-footer. Bell with an offensive board. State Fair lucky it didn't fall. Down with a rebound is Mangala. State Fair working in the half court now in the man-to-man defensive pressure against the Wolves. Iman to the hole. Scoop it up. He's got it, and a foul. An and one. And Iman to the line.
Nice aggressive attack there. Garcia back in for Metropolitan Community College, along with Butler.
State Fair now with 4 ball players in double figures. Coach Brown has to like that, I believe.
Yeah, the only thing he would like more than 4 is 5.
That's right. And a little bigger lead, which is 5. And Iman trying to complete an and one here. And off to the left. State Fair lead remains at 5.
I think that last foul was on Bell that fouled him out of the contest.
A 3 is money. Outside by Holden. Holden now with 14. And the lead down to 2. Madge working it against Holden. 4:20 to go. State Fair only with a 2-point lead. Basie up and under reverse. Won't fall. And now the Wolves with a chance to grab the lead, if not tie right here. About 4 minutes to go in this ball game. Walks. And a big turnover there.
The Metropolitan Community College head coach is frustrated with that execution.
And State Fair will see if they can take advantage of that turnover. And that is number 13 today for the Wolves. Kratzer finds out the Madge on a seam. Mangala in the paint, and the ball trickles out of bounds. It'll stay with the Roadrunners, but only 13 to shoot this time.
3:46 remaining in the contest.
Glad to have you along on the Roadrunners channel on YouTube this afternoon. Roadrunners Hoops. Make it your favorite. Stay with us all season, folks. Appreciate your support of State Fair Roadrunner basketball. Roadrunners with a 2-point lead, 3 to shoot. Over the top, barely grabbing a rebound after it nicks the rim. And State Fair not with a good offensive possession that time. Metropolitan can tie it up, if not take the lead. Carson with it. Got to watch him. Garcia. Over the top, shot put up by Montilla is good. And it's a Wolves lead of 1 at 74-73. Closing in on the 3-minute mark. State Fair trails by 1. Garcia came in late, and a silly foul for him as stops the clock with 3:01 to go. One more will put the Roadrunners into the bonus. Actually make it 2.
Butler back in the contest for Metropolitan Community College. Cohen Thompson back on the floor for SFCC as both coaches search for the right combination down the stretch here.
Yeah, and try to keep in some fresh legs. First part of the season, you have to consider the conditioning being maybe a factor here. Madge has it. Pass. Iman got it. And a great dish that time by Madge. Iman with 13. State Fair has regained the lead. Now it's 75-74. There's a steal. Iman ahead of the pack and rolls it in. State Fair with a 3-point lead. The last 4 points by Iman, who now has 15 in the ballgame.
Those last 4 were huge.
The big steal, that is the 14th turnover for the Wolves here, too, this afternoon. Bolden is fouled.
I think they're going to get Basie for the hand check foul.
Foul's not a factor so far. Both teams with only 5.
The kicker on Nashawn's foul there is that will foul him out of the contest with 2:17 remaining.
Namaga will come in for him. Mo, the sophomore out of the Bronx, New York.
The shot clock wasn't set properly. The official will wind it down to 20.
Holden on the inbounds. Closing in at the 2-minute mark. State Fair by 3. Garcia charges in. Rolls it up, not there. Rebound. They're letting him play, and it goes up and in. Mantilla makes it a 2-point, make it now. A 1-point, 77-76 State Fair lead. You like to see the ball in Madge's hands. He's the veteran on the floor as well as Cohen Thompson. State Fair by only 1. 1:30 to go.
Madge has it with 9 seconds remaining on the shot clock.
Madge will look for an opening. There it is. He drives it up, misses too strong. And a break for the Wolves, who can take the lead here with 1:10 to go.
SFCC will go man-to-man here as they have most of the game.
Garcia has it. 10 to shoot for the Wolves. Holden will instead. Addition to the corner, a 3-ball, and a big rebound by Iman. Outlet it goes. Hop, skip, and a scoop up and in by Mangala. State Fair now with a 3-point lead.
Timeout on the floor.
42 seconds to go. The last 2 points that was thrown up by Mangala. He's got 13. And State Fair with a 79-76 lead. And this is coming down to the wire. Good way to start out the home season right here, David.
Well, you want your team tested early, and there's nothing like a situation like this to test them.
Yeah, the Roadrunners lead at 79-76. Unofficially, Jamar Madge with 19. Iman, who did not start this ball game, has 15 off the bench. He's been a force, hasn't he, David?
Yeah, did a nice job scoring the basketball after leading his team in scoring in the opening contest.
So State Fair looking to make it 2-0 on the season. A 3-point lead. Missouri Tigers won in overtime. Hope this doesn't go in overtime. Might as well win it in regulation, right, David?
Yeah, let's get this business done here.
Like to remind you that the next men's game will be Wednesday night right here against Missouri Baptist. We'll have it for you on your Roadrunner YouTube channel at Roadrunner Hoops. Right here on YouTube. So check it out. Make it your favorite. Come back and join us all season long.
Roadrunner's going to show a little token backcourt pressure here.
State Fair by 3 on defense. Clock at 35 seconds to go for the Wolves. Looking for the good shot. There's Carson for the tie. Rebound big for State Fair. Outlet it goes to Mangala, and he loads it off the glass this time. And thank you very much for the non-slam. State Fair by 5. 20 seconds to go. Oh, walking in the lane, none called, and a prayer is answered by Mantilla. Back to a 3-point game. It's 1 possession game, 17 to go.
Now you want the ball in the hands of your best free throw shooters.
Only the 6th team foul, so
They'll have to give one more.
Mantilla got by with 2, maybe 3 steps in the lane and got the little finger roll to roll in to make it a 3-point ball game.
Navy and Fortune back in for Metropolitan Community College. Cohen Thompson, the veteran sophomore, will head to the free throw line for the 1-and-1 opportunity.
So we'll see what Cohen can do from the free throw line. It's a 1-possession ball game, so this is the 1-and-1. You need the first one here, David, to make it a 2-possession game. Cohen Thompson from Memphis, Tennessee. Misses. Rebound. Iman slipped in there, and that might be the backbreaker that time for the Wolves. Back the other way, gliding in the lane. 8 seconds to go. State Fair with a rebound and a foul. 17 points, 2 of which none bigger by Iman on the offensive board moments ago to give State Fair a 5-point lead.
He just slid in there, grabbed the ball, and put it back up.
17 for Iman, 19 for Jamar Madge, 11 for Basie, 13 for Laverick Mangala for State Fair.
Thompson back to the free throw line.
6.3 seconds left here at the Davis Center. And Cohen makes it a 6-point ball game.
He'll have one more.
Cohen with this would make it 5 ball players for State Fair in double figures here this afternoon. And he does. Thompson with 10. $85-78. State Fair folks are going to go to 2-0 on the season with a big win here at home. As that one goes off, and the final score here at the Davis Center, State Fair wins it by a score of 85-78. State Fair now 2-0 on the season. Metropolitan 1-1, and a big ball game here this afternoon. State Fair led it at the break, 42-31. They win it by 7, 85-78. Stay with us, folks. We'll have some stats for you and wrap it up from the Davis Center in just a moment here on the home of the Roadrunners. Stay with us.
Attention high schoolers. Do you have what it takes to be a Roadrunner? State Fair Community College is home to 7 sports, including baseball, softball, women and men's soccer, women and men's basketball, and Spirit Squad. And now you can submit your information to be recruited by Roadrunner coaches. Just go to SFCCMORoadrunners.com and click Recruit Me. State Fair is the perfect school to get a great education while continuing your athletic career. That's SFCCMORoadrunners.com and click Recruit Me. Make plans now to be a Roadrunner.
Yep. We're good? All right, we're back here. Thanks, Jamie. Coach Beltran, the guru of YouTube here locally. Thanks, Coach. What a great job with the Roadrunner channel, Roadrunner Hoops on YouTube. We're back here, 85-78. State Fair wins it, as we'll get some final stats from Kathy Hemme and see how things will wrap up here on the stats as we get ready to finalize this first game from home for State Fair Community College. It was a good one. State Fair led it by 11 at the break, and at one time down a couple of different times by a point. And at one time, David, you thought, well, State Fair's lost the momentum that they had early going by leading by 17, but State Fair was able, with their quickness and really their rebounding effect, to do a good job as they were able to stretch this one out late and then win it by 7.
Yeah, they made the plays they had to down the stretch. And got a big offensive rebound and stick back from Iman off a missed free throw opportunity. And those are the kind of games you want early in the season, because that's exactly what you're going to face when region play rolls around. You're not going to win many games by 20 and 30 in region play. You're going to have games that are exactly like that. As we get our final numbers.
Final numbers from Kathy Hemme, and as we look at the final stats in this one, State Fair wins it by a final score of 85-78, and as we look at the stats, State Fair led on the boards 43-37. State Fair with only 10 turnovers this afternoon, 16 for the Wolves. And for State Fair in this ball game, they shot at 34 out of 75 for 45% from the field, 7 out of 16 from 3, and 10 out of 18 from the free throw line for State Fair, and led in scoring by, well, it looks like Laverick Mangala has 18, 17 apiece for Jamar Madge, and 17 for Iman, David. And anything else that you look at here in State Fair, though? I think we had 5 ball players in double figures.
It's a solid effort all around from the entire team. The Roadrunners were able to hang on to their rebounding advantage for the entire contest. It's just what you want out of your home opener, as we sit in an airly empty gym here at the Freddie Davis Center.
Yeah, a little bit different. Hey, if you say hi, folks, as that's, I bet, scary. All of a sudden, the everything went down by numbers there, David. But we here at the back at end of the ball game, and State Fair wins it by a final score of 85-78. And as we look at the stats, we can also see that State Fair was good on the boards, as well as out rebounding their opponent. And State Fair, with their quickness, really played well in the final minutes, and that was the difference in this ball game.
Yeah, we said it would come down to the final minutes, and that's exactly what happened.
So that's going to wrap it up for us. We enjoyed it here on the Roadrunners YouTube channel, and thanks a lot, Jamie Beltran, the soccer coach at State Fair Community College, for making it all happen here at the Davis Center, as the Roadrunners win it by a final score of 85-78. As the Roadrunners again will play on Wednesday night, we hope that you enjoy this ball game and hope that you can join us on Wednesday. Anything else, David, you want to wrap it up with?
I think that about covers it all.
All right. Thanks, folks, for being with us here. State Fair wins it by a final score of 85-78. Hope you enjoyed it from our YouTube channel. We'll see you next time on Wednesday night here on the home of the Roadrunners. Good night, everyone.